Okay, take your brain. Let's make it malleable. Channels are simply a numerical representation of a light. It's a number for a name. Typically, we'll give lights numbers that make sense to a designer. For example, we'll regularly group lights of a similar purpose, and we'll give them sequential numbers. For example, all the front lights are 1 through 9. All the blue gobo lights coming from the back are 81 through 88. Because they're quick numbers rather than full-on names, they take up less space on our screen and are easier to talk about with other members of the lighting teams, such as assistants, electricians, board ops. Each channel can then have multiple properties: intensity, focus, color, etc. We'll talk about some of the fancier ones in later lessons, but for now, let's just concentrate on the most common property, intensity, meaning how bright is the light. Here is our screen showing the live table display, the tombstones here in this live table display, all of our channels. It's a visual representation of all your lights organized by channel number. And in this example, we see represented 9 lights or 9 channels. Any channel with a blank value is likely off. And any channel with a value is being given an instruction, told how bright it ought to be, and is represented with a percentage. So a value from 0% to 100%, or 0 to full. All right, so for example, channel 1 here is currently full, as bright as it can go. Channel 2 is currently at 10%, pretty dim probably. Channel 3 is currently being told to do nothing, be all the way out, be off. 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all not being told to do anything. So probably they're just sitting here off, waiting to be told. And of course, channel 5 here is at 65%. In order to tell a channel what to do, you need to give it a command or a direction. You can do this by selecting it or clicking on it. So try this with me. Select channel 5 by clicking it, and you'll see that it creates a yellow outline. Cool. All right, now let's try to select 4, 5, and 6. So 4, 5, and 6. And you'll see now that 4 and 6 are selected because of their yellow outlines, but 5 was deselected. If you look down at the bottom left hand of the screen, you'll see the command line has changed. Old light boards didn't have clickable screens or touch screens, and everything needed to be typed in manually using computer code. The command line is kind of a remnant of that age, but it still proves to be an incredibly fast and efficient way to give clear and accurate instructions to your light board. So now you should see channel 4 plus 6, or 4 and 6. This command is currently stating that channels 4 and 6 are waiting for instructions. What do you want to do with these lights? So we're going to press the at button, or the letter A on your keyboard. You'll notice that the at pops up in the command line. Next, you're going to want to provide intensity. Let's put these lights at 80%, almost as bright as they can go. So we're going to type the numbers 8, then 0, and you'll see the entire command there. If you're happy with these instructions, which we are, you can go ahead and press the Enter button to commit, to send, to execute the command to the light board and put it into action. If you messed something up, by the way, if the command line doesn't look right, you can always press the Clear button or the Delete Backspace button on your keyboard, and that's going to clear it out. Once you've hit enter, 2 lights should turn on in your augmented visualizer, and channels 4 and 6 should now have numbers in your live table display. Okay, that's nice, but let's say that we want to see how bright our lights can go. We could start over by pressing the numbers 4 and 6 again, but EOS tries to make things a little bit more efficient. It wants to help you be as fast as you can be. So rather than pressing 4 and 6, we're just going to press the at button, or the letter A on your keyboard. EOS will assume, hold on, so 4 and 6 at 80. Okay, if I press now at, EOS is going to assume that you mean to adjust the channels you just used. Next, let's press F on your keyboard or full on your virtual keyboard, and we're going to press enter. This will put the lights to their fullest intensity, maximum brightness. Good. But I would say that the image here is a little flat, that we want some contrast. So let's take channel 6 to 50%. To do that, we're going to start by pressing Shift, hold down Shift, and press clear or backspace on your keyboard. This will take the entire command line out rather than doing one by one, allowing you to create a brand new command. Speaking of Shift clear, a little bit of tangent. This full clear command can also come in handy if you type something incorrectly. For example, if you were to type in channel 6 and then I put part or P, that's not something that this channel can do. That command then doesn't make any sense to the EOS system. So it's going to pop up with a little thing that says syntax error, meaning the language is wrong. Clearing the command line and starting over is something, probably the best thing that you can do. Boom. Okay, tangent over. Where were we? Oh yeah, taking channel 6 to 50%. So start by pressing the number 6. And EOS will assume that you mean channel 6. So we'll automatically put the word chan or channel into the command line. So next, press the at button and press the number 5 and press enter. Once committed, you'll notice that the command line switched to 50% rather than the number 5. EOS assumes that any number less than 10 is just a quicker way to say 10, 20, 30, and so on. So if you want to set a value that's actually less than 10, you can't just put in that number. You have to put a 0 in front of it. So let's say that we wanted 5%, not 50. So we would type channel 6 at 05, enter. All right. That's how you use channels, at least for now. One last thing. Do you have your EOS open? Let's do a quick little challenge, a quick little follow along activity. There's a long version at the end of this chapter. Okay, so we're going to pretend that I'm the lighting designer and you are my assistant. I'm going to tell you what I would like you to do. Okay, ready? Here we go. So let's start by taking everything out. So take channels 1 through 9 out, enter. By the way, through is the letter T if you didn't get this. So now we've just sent ourselves into a blackout. Okay, so now I'm going to hit Shift, Delete, cleared out my command line. Now, let's take channel 3 at 75. So 3 at 7, 5, enter. Good, okay. Now let's take channel 1 at 65. 1 at 65, enter. Good. Now let's take channel 7 at 80%. There we go. And now let's take channel 9 at 70%. So 9 at 7, 0, enter. All right. Your screen should look something like this. If you did it correctly, fantastic. If you didn't, I would encourage you to slow down the video, try it again, and then move on to the next lesson. All right. Cheers.